Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to It Came Out the Refrigerator. I am your narrator, Awaken 314. I'm on this bright and early June day, July day. Oh, my goodness, I can't believe I just did that. Um, we're going to continue with our Things That Left Us in Awe series. It's a really good series. I'm really enjoying this one. There's so many cool things to pick from. And today I'm going to pick one of my favorites, which is trains in America. There's so many things that you could do, and there's so much flexibility with it. But one of my favorite rides is the Coast Starliner, which is from Northern California to Southern California, or even the Northwest all the way down to Los Angeles, which you can take it. It's a double decker train, which is always super cool, and because a lot of trains don't have double decks. They have like the cars, but it's the single layer. But some trains have the double decks, or like the observation cars, a double deck. But this train is a double decker train. So if you sit upstairs, you can get a pretty good view. It rides about 12 to 13 hours. Um, but some of the other rides that are just as impressive is from, which rode it a couple times, which is from California. I rode it all the way to Pontiac, Michigan. Um, I did it multiple times there. And then you got from Chicago or Memphis to New Orleans, which is always a great ride. And then you got the East Coast, which also has an auto train, which is even cooler. So if you get a chance, I mean, it's a really good ride. It's a flexible ride. I mean, down from where you can just sit in the chair and make sure you might take a blanket with you, depending on that. You always have the observation car where you can go sit and read your book, or you can stay in your chair. And then a lot of times on the observation car, they have movies. I love to go there for the view or the conversation. You can bring your own food, which is always a blessing. Um, they most times like they have the first class area where they do serve food, but it's sometimes nice. The menu is not extravagant. And then they do have a snack car where they serve like hamburgers, hot dogs, chips, cokes, and stuff of that nature. But you could bring all that on your own if you just really wanted to. Save yourself a little money here and there. Um, it's just I really enjoyed it. I've always enjoyed it. I rode the train in other countries such as Japan and Korea, and I rode it in Italy. I rode it in Germany. Um, it's not that it's bad or wrong. It's just a different experience in America because sometimes they have local trains and sometimes they have long distance trains. But every train in America is like a long distance train, and you rarely really get that opportunity to do that because plane tickets are so reasonable depending on what airline you ride on, and you really don't think about taking your time that way because most time you want to get there and enjoy yourself and then get back. So there are certain places where you can ride it and it takes 12, 13 hours, and you're really not getting anything out of the drive or the flight because even though, yeah, you can get there, this allows you to kick back, relax. You know, one of the favorite things we always did was take a cooler on the train and just, enjoy ourselves a little too much. Oh man, it was beautiful. One of my favorite rides was from um, Omaha, Nebraska to Vacaville. So it took you through the Midwest, and it's very beautiful scenery. And then there's always that Rocky Mountain view, which is always beautiful. Um, and you just get a different feel and a different um, vibe from just that train presence. Um, and the food is okay. I'm just saying you might always want to have that flexibility of what you want to eat or your dietary needs. But on the long run, it's just an awesome thing to be doing. I am going to link in the description below about the Coastliner trip, and you can always go check out the Amtrack website to see the different travels and where you could and could not go. I even rode it in Orlando, which I found was wild, but that's that East Coast trip. So you just got so many different options. It just blows your mind. And that Orlando will actually take you to New Orleans as well. So to me, it's always those things that we never think about that, once you actually do, it puts you in a different headspace and it puts you in a different mind frame. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much. Please stay safe. Please be blessed. I also want to ask, please subscribe. Our goal is to make it to 100 subscribers. Right now, we have more videos than we have subscribers. The goal is to make 365, one for every day of the year. So I'm not going to stop making videos just because you don't subscribe. But it would be nice to make it to 100. But other than that, please stay safe. Please be blessed. And as always, all are welcome.